I had the pleasure recently of attending a screening of the 1925, well, actually a 1929 revision of, though not the sound rendition, Phantom of the Opera, Silent Work, which I had only seen at one time at some point during my earlier 20s, just via a copy at home, and I don't remember it making too much of an impression on me. I do remember seeing a still on the internet of the Phantom's mask being removed, and that had an impressionable impact on me. Though I remember I didn't feel the need to champion the film as though it was a Nosferatu, a Caligari, or a classic horror film from the 30s like Frankenstein or Vampire. I guess I thought the whole Phantom of the Opera thing was a bit corny, not as cool as the vampires, Frankenstein's monsters, werewolves, or demons otherwise, which had been enticing me since I was in late primary school, or earlier really. Now looking at the film at the current moment, the true iconic image or look of the film is the Phantom's marvellous skull and red garbs attire, one of the great images for all of cinema throughout all of time. You may be wondering why I paid to go attend a screening of this film if I wasn't a major fanatic of it, over it, from my initial viewing. Well, I had to do something between the screenings of Wilding and of Electrophilia, and I saw there was a screening of this on. I figured, why not? A stellar time. The crowd seemed to quite love it. The film is fairly thoroughly entertaining, the imagery is imposing and gripping, it has held up as a cinema experience to the present day. Beautiful music accompanying the film, a sense of timelessness owing it being a period piece and not some sticky celebration of the then modernity of the Roaring Twenties. This feature, directed by Rupert Julian, with apparently uncredited contributions from Chaney, Ernst, Laemmle, and Edward Sedgwick, maybe no Nosferatu, no Haxan, no Caligari, no Phantom Carriage, maybe not even the Golem, certainly no While Paris Sleeps, the Maurice Turner film, not the slightly earlier Alan Dwan film, or The Hands of Orlac, A Page of Madness, Faust, The Unknown, Fall of the House of Usher, or The Man Who Laughs, but is an important and extremely commendable work all the same, and has well deserved its status as a classic. Someone viewing this in 1925 or 29 would remember the experience for the rest of their life, so why wouldn't they name it as one of the most iconic films of all time? If you haven't seen this in a while and never held it in the highest of esteem, go view it again and preferably, if possible, at a cinema screening. It will help you understand what people felt when watching it in the 20s, and then, even if you feel as though many more enriching films were released over subsequent decades, there will be no doubt in your mind about why this work was elevated to the status it once, or maybe still does, hold. Thank you and good night. Stay as well as you have ever been. I wish you all the greatest fortune you have ever known in life.